My squad leader was a coward in combat, but karma got him. Iraq, 2007, our squad leader was Staff Sergeant Kyle Peters. Back at base, this guy talked a big game, told stories about firefights he'd been in, how he'd led charges, saved lives, the whole hero routine. Everyone respected him. Then we deployed to Ramadi and I learned the truth real quick. First patrol outside the wire, we're moving through this neighborhood when we start taking fire from a building about 200 meters out. Nothing crazy, just some insurgent with an AK taking pot shots. Standard stuff. Kyle immediately hits the deck and starts screaming into the radio. Contact! Heavy contact! We need air support! QRF now! Meanwhile, our team leader, Sergeant First Class Ryan, is calmly directing us into cover positions and calling out the shooter's location. The firefight lasted maybe 3 minutes before the guy ran off. Kyle stayed flat on the ground the entire time, head down, not giving a single order. Ryan pulled him aside after. Kyle, you gotta keep your head in the game out here. Squad needs their leader. I was coordinating with headquarters, Kyle said, but we all heard him on the radio. He'd been begging for backup that we didn't need. Second incident was worse. We're clearing a house and Kyle is supposed to be right behind me stacking on the door. I breach, turn to cover my left side, and Kyle's not there. He's still outside checking his radio. I'm standing in a hostile room with no backup because my squad leader chickened out at the doorway. After that, everyone knew. Kyle would volunteer for guard duty at the FOB. He'd suddenly develop equipment problems right before patrols. During firefights, he'd always position himself in the safest spot and call it tactical leadership. The guys started making jokes. Where's Kyle? Oh right, probably found another radio that needs checking. Ryan covered for him as much as he could, but word spreads fast in a combat zone. Other squads knew. The platoon sergeant knew. Even the company commander started giving Kyle weird looks. Then came the day everything changed. We're on patrol in sector when we get ambushed for real. IED goes off, machine gun fire from multiple positions, RPGs flying, actual heavy contact. Kyle does his usual thing, hits the ground, freezes up completely, but this time Ryan gets hit in the leg, goes down hard. I'm returning fire, trying to get to Ryan, and I yell, Kyle, I need covering fire. Nothing. Kyle's got his face in the dirt, not even shooting back. Our private, this 19-year-old kid named Marcus, has to run through gunfire to drag Ryan to cover because our squad leader won't move. Marcus gets Ryan stabilized and is still more composed than Kyle. When we finally break contact and get back to base, the platoon sergeant is waiting. Apparently multiple soldiers had filed reports about Kyle's behavior. Today was the final straw. They pulled Kyle from squad leader that night, gave the position to one of our junior sergeants. But here's where karma really hit. Kyle got reassigned to base defense. Thought he'd skate through the deployment pulling safeguard duty, except base defense meant you were first response to any attack on the FOB. 2 weeks later, mortars start hitting the base. Kyle's team is supposed to man the defensive positions and return fire, except Kyle freezes up again, leaves his post, hides in a bunker. The base sergeant major personally witnessed it. Kyle got Article 15'd, busted down to specialist, and sent home early in disgrace. The Army newspaper back at our home base ran a story about soldiers showing exceptional courage during the deployment. Marcus got an Army Commendation Medal with Valor for saving Ryan under fire. Kyle's name wasn't mentioned once. Last I heard, he got chaptered out with a general discharge. No benefits, no respect, nothing. Ryan fully recovered and made Sergeant First Class. Marcus is a staff sergeant now. And Kyle? He tells people he was medically discharged for injuries. But every veteran from our battalion knows the truth.